Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 5 of Good Morning Marissa, your positive, empowering, and uplifting news source. Today, I have two stories for you, and I'm really excited, so I'm ready to just dive right in. The first one is a story about why representation matters in the media, on TV, on the big screen, basically, representation throughout all different platforms. It matters. So, BuzzFeed recently published a piece based around the editor for Huffington Post Asian Voices vertical. Her name is Kimberly Yam. So, through a series of her tweets, she discusses why she didn't want to be Chinese anymore when she was little, but how that changed as she got older, and how she came to this full realization when she watched the movie Crazy Rich Asians. So her first tweet reads, "You're 8 years old, your third grade class orders Chinese food, and your father delivers it. You are so excited to see your pops in school. He's your hero, but apparently other kids don't think he's so cool. They laugh at him and mimic his accent. You don't want to be Chinese anymore." Her Twitter thread continues with, "You're 9 years old, you attend ballet camp. Someone tells you that another girl hates you. She thinks your eyes are an ugly shape. You don't have the vocabulary to describe why that's hurtful, but now you hate your distinctly Asian face. You don't want to be Chinese anymore. You're 16 years old, it's Halloween, and two students come to class dressed as Asian tourists. They've taped their eyes back, strapped cameras around their necks, and chucked up peace signs. You feel uncomfortable. When a teacher asks if you find the costume offensive, you say no. You don't want people thinking you're uptight. You laugh along with everyone else. You don't want to be Chinese anymore. You're 17 years old, you're off to college, and you meet other Asians. They have pride that you never had. You meet a boy, and he wonders why you don't speak your family's tongue, why your favorite food is grilled cheese, not xiao long bao. You say your family doesn't live that way. But you know you rejected your culture a long time ago. You know you refused to speak Chinese, and you remember calling your mother's food disgusting. It's fucked. It clicks. It's a race to reclaim everything you've hated about yourself. For the first time, you want to be Chinese. You're 20 years old. You spent the past several years repatriating yourself. You get your family's name inked into your skin. That character is there forever. You won't let anyone make you feel the way you did all those years ago. You love being Chinese. You're 25 years old. You see a movie with an all-Asian cast at a screening, and for some reason you're crying and you can't stop. You've never seen a cast like this in Hollywood. Everyone is beautiful. You're so happy you're Chinese. Hashtag crazy rich Asians. Hashtag representation matters." She added in a later interview, "I think what a lot of us don't talk about when we say representation matters is really why." She goes on to say in regards to Crazy Rich Asians, "You don't get this depth of what your community can look like. So going to the theater and seeing a cast that is so full of so many types of Asians, it's an emotional thing. You realize you can just be yourself in your own right. No one's in a box, no one's a trope. There's a diversity of personalities and experiences reflected there." Now, I know this was a really long thread, and I'm sorry, but I think it's so important. I heard Kimberly loud and clear, and even though I knew the representation mattered, this story took it to a whole new level. I'm super excited for this new wave of entertainment that has these casts that are full of different races, and I hope that we keep seeing it, and I hope that it inspires people who watch it who can identify with it, and I hope that it makes them feel like they matter. It makes them proud of their culture and excited about their history and where they came from and their future and where they're going. So, representation matters, and I personally cannot wait to see Crazy Rich Asians, and I hope you guys all go see it too. So, the next thing I want to talk about is, actually, I'm really excited about this one. It's the Unite for Justice protests against Brett Kavanaugh's SCOTUS nomination. Now, I know what you're thinking, like, "Marissa, this is supposed to be positive, empowering, uplifting news. Like, protests aren't positive," but, like, bear with me because this is actually extremely empowering. In my opinion, in my eyes, I felt like this was really empowering. So, these protests are going to be so amazing. And one actually started today called Working Women Will #Stop Kavanaugh Rally. And when I saw this protest happening and I saw all these women there together, I just thought it was so badass. I thought these women were so strong and I was so drawn to it. So I personally got to thinking about how I didn't know what I could do on my level, as a college student, as someone who cares about politics but doesn't know exactly how to get involved, how I could contribute to stopping Kavanaugh's nomination in the Supreme Court. And when I found this movement, I was stoked, so excited. So if you have not heard about Brett Kavanaugh, he is Donald Trump's nomination for the Supreme Court, which, I mean, it really isn't saying much coming from that point of view, but the important part is that Kavanaugh is most well known for his anti-abortion and anti-LGBTQ stances, which is extremely dangerous to the people in this country because A, half this country is made up of women, and B, the LGBTQ community transcends gender. It's women and men and non-identifying gender and non-binary. And so you have these communities that are prevalent, extremely prevalent in the United States, and to put them in danger is just not right. It's just not okay. So these protests are going to be happening all over the country. They're called Unite for Justice. They're going to be happening all over the country on Sunday, August 26th. So I'm including a link in the description of this podcast where you can type in your zip code and figure out where the nearest protest is to you. The one out here in Phoenix is actually a brunch, so I think that's really cool. And so this is my call to everybody who wants to fight for our rights. Go protest and feel empowered. I think that protesting is a really empowering feeling. So that's why it's the good news, and that's why I feel like it will empower people to feel like they have a voice, especially in your own community and within the country. So definitely check that out. That is it for today. I hope you guys all have a great weekend. Have fun, be safe. Just enjoy your weekend, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to our channel, follow us on all of our social medias, please contribute to Matiza Magazine, and if not, just go check out our website, go read some articles. So, yeah, that's it for me. All the links are going to be below as per usual, and we'll see you next time.